Tonight's Market Monitor has one important word of advice to investors right now: diversify. He's Bruce McCain, Chief Investment Strategist at KeyCorp's Private Bank. Bruce, we always hear this, diversify, diversify, but you're saying this time it's different and really important. Tell us why.
Well, I think there are just so many conflicting currents in the market. It's just important to have some things that will do well under a variety of outcomes as you look to what the Fed will be doing and what the overseas markets are going to be doing, as well as the trends here in the United States.
When you say diversify, how do you think most people should do that optimally? Are you talking about changing the mix of stocks and bonds, changing the mix of large and small caps, international versus domestic? What?
I think having representative proportions that are there in accordance with a good, solid long-term plan, but certainly small cap as well as large cap and international as well as domestic, and making sure you have a good, solid equity exposure relative to what you need over time.
Bruce, you've given us a couple of stocks that you want to recommend to our viewers, and they're all in different industries, so they are diversified. Let's begin with ConocoPhillips, a COP ticker symbol. Why do you like this, especially since the stock has really had a good run so far this year?
It has had a good run, but one of the things that our analyst likes about that is the fact that he thinks that we will get some revision of multiples and they will pay more for that stock over time as they see that it's better able to grow its reserves. So not only do you have a company that's doing well with exploration and production, but you'll get a higher multiple and you get a higher dividend yield to boot. So you win on several different fronts there.
So let's turn now from the energy field into the healthcare field. McKesson is another of your picks.
Yeah. With McKesson, there we like the fact that not only do you have the increased need for health care with the aging of the baby boomers, but also with the Affordable Care Act, we're going to look not only for increased health care provision, but also cost-effective provision, and a drug provider, wholesaler like McKesson is certainly an important part of the treatment mix there.
And the other one that you're recommending is Disney. The stock is at 86 now. Would you put new money in this now, given also it's had a pretty good run for 2014?
Well, it has, but one of the things about Disney is not only is it a good growth stock with solid franchises with Star Wars and Marvels that give it upside potential in earnings, but it's also a more conservative stock in the sense that when people really become worried about the markets and the trends, Disney's the sort of stock that will attract new money and help to hold up the values. So not only does it provide a diversification into the consumer discretionary, but it's a little bit of a flight to safety quality stock.
Bruce, did anything happen in Cleveland today?
You mean other than the fact that everyone's celebrating LeBron James coming back? No, nothing happened at all.
Are you long the Cavaliers and short the Miami Heat, or what?
Well, we wouldn't short the Heat, but let's just say the prospects for the Cavaliers look much, much better with the acquisition.
A lot better than they did 24 hours ago. I know everybody, people, if you're not in Miami, people are very excited for Cleveland, including my co-anchor who grew up there.
Bruce knows I'm a Clevelander, and not only did you have the LeBron news this week, what a week for Cleveland. The Republicans are going to hold their convention there in 2016. So good things happening to the city that was once called the mistake on the lake, right, Bruce?
Absolutely. We think there's a lot to be discovered here and invite everybody to come see.
Okay. Any disclosures on the three stocks that you recommended, Bruce?
No, I don't personally own any of those.
All right. Thanks a lot. Have a great weekend celebrating that LeBron victory. Bruce McCain with Key Private Bank.